How's it going, everybody? My name is Philip, and today we're going to be reacting to The Daily Show. This was back when Jon Stewart ran things. This is Gun Control, Whoop-De-Doo, featuring John Oliver. So this was back in 2013, not when Trevor Noah took over. I'm pretty sure he took over the Daily Show, right? But I've reacted to Gun Control on this channel, somewhat Gun Control on this channel. The Jim Jeffries comedy special, that one was pretty funny. I enjoyed it. I agree with a lot of it. And it's in spite of recent events, once again, I don't know why we're surprised at this point. It's just, I don't know. I'm tired of this talk. And I know that there's a lot of other people out there that are tired of this talk. And the fact that we have to continue this talk is kind of fucking ridiculous. And, I mean, obviously, something needs to be done. Instead of, oh, let's just hand them out like Halloween candy. Because it feels like that's going to be the next law. We need to protect ourselves. So during trick-or-treating time at Halloween, we're going to give out guns. And some can put out ammunition next. You know, it seems like at some point that's going to be the case here in the U.S. It's so stupid and ridiculous. And anyways, yeah. I hate it. But this is from Comedy Central, so hopefully I can have a good laugh at some stuff. So let's check out what they got to say. Let's get into it.
Welcome back for more on the gun debate. We're bringing the first part of a three-part series with John Oliver.
Yeah. Okay, so before we start, this is back in 2013. And yet nothing has still happened. Except for more gun and more school shootings. Sorry. Just gotta throw that in there. But
yesterday, Americans watched in shock as even watered-down gun legislation died on the floor of the Senate. But that is exactly where it belongs, according to gun lobbyists like Philip Van Cleve of the Virginia Citizens.
Of course, he's an old white dude.
The Second Amendment, you know, is sacrosanct.
You hold up this sign whenever I make a suggestion that you think
oh,
is
great.
infringing
He's gonna
upon
put it
your
up every
Second
single time he
Amendment
says
rights,
something.
Okay.
Watch.
Assault weapons ban. Boom, there it is. Increased background checks. Really?
Yes.
Just for background checks?
We don't do background checks for the First Amendment.
Okay, so let's just try this one.
Okay.
Nice and easy.
Sure.
A mandatory 1 hour waiting period if you buy a gun.
Why a mandatory?
Are you kidding me?
Yo, I'm with Oliver on this. I'm like, how about we just don't ask the old white people? I'm sure it's not all white people, but like, let's just not ask them. Don't even just start over, and if they break the law, just throw them in jail. We like throwing people in jail, right? Problem solved. Well, probably not. It's not solved, but like, problem temporary band-aid put over the fucking issue. But like, come on, man.
No, I can't think of anything that I support. Because at the end of the day, none of it works.
Exactly. Gun control does not work. What if, hypothetically speaking, what if gun control could work? Which obviously it can't, so we know that it won't, so that's not a problem. But what if it could, due to that time that it did?
Okay, when was that?
Australia. Yes, Australia. In 1996, a Conservative Prime Minister, John Howard, instituted sweeping gun control laws following a mass shooting that shocked the nation. So should we be learning from this effective example?
Yes.
Of course not.
I guess if we're going to go to Planet X and say it's not the United States, it's some other planet.
This is the issue here. So I'm going to point this way because of where the video's at. This is the issue. This is how Americans think. If it's not America, who gives a fuck? That's how the majority of a bunch of Americans think. Because, oh yeah, it works in a fucked up country like Australia or England or anywhere else because they're fucked up. America is not. You know, like, we're not the fucked up ones. You know, we let our kids go get shot at school, but we're not the fucked up ones. You know?
and different people, different everything. I don't know. Yeah, you know, but in the real world with human beings, it's not going to work, and gun control isn't going to work.
Unfortunately, not only is Australia actually in the real world, even their animals can holster weapons. So who was right about gun control? There was only one way to find out. Confront the man responsible. Mr. Prime Minister, let's begin in the formal Australian way. G'day.
How do you do?
Obviously, gun control doesn't work. It can't work. It will never work. So how was your scheme a failure?
Well, my scheme was not a failure. We had a massacre at a place called Port Arthur 17 years ago, and there have been none since.
0 gun massacres? Hold on. Did gun control actually work?
That's not possible.
That could also be a statistical anomaly.
Yeah, it was just their
Just
mass
Australia.
shootings disappeared.
But there were so few of them. Whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
Why do we need to have so many mass shootings before we be like, this is a bad idea. This isn't working. This is something that we should just stop. Like, for fuck's sake.
Whoop-de-doo.
Yes. Mass shootings were rare anyhow.
Exactly. They probably barely had a massacre before 1996.
There were about 13 in the previous 18 years.
In the 18 years before Port Arthur, there were 13 mass shootings.
Yes.
Almost one a year.
Yes. I
You probably didn't even know
they
that.
had that many.
13 mass shootings.
Let's go back. I didn't
Yes.
hear what he said.
Almost one a year.
Yes. I was unaware they had that many. Mass being what, more than 2 people at a time?
More than 4.
More than 4. Okay.
Whoop-de-doo. But perhaps there were other non-whoop-de-doo side effects.
The homicide rate involving the use of guns has declined significantly by factors of up to 50 and 60%. And the incidence of youth suicides involving guns has declined dramatically.
See?
Whoop-de-do. Help me out here, Philip. Homicides with guns went down. Suicide with guns also went down. 0 mass shootings.
What did happen? Australia still has murders, rapes, and robberies. Last I checked.
Unless you can get rid of 100% of crime, it's not worth doing at all.
Well, put it this way: it's illegal to have crack cocaine anywhere in the United States. Do you think if somebody really wants it, they can get their hands on crack cocaine in America?
So unless we can completely get rid of drugs, there's no point in having drug laws at all.
Let me think about that for a minute.
Yeah, no, think about it a lot longer. You'll need more than a minute, my man. Like, come on.
Well, I guess effectively, it doesn't work.
You can't argue with Philip. Even his logic is bulletproof.
Well, let me put it to you this way: there are more drownings in backyards where they have pools. If they don't have a pool, there are no drownings in backyards. Okay, so the U.S. has a very high number of guns. Therefore, there's going to be more chances for somebody to be killed with a gun.
He might say, he's probably about to say the same thing. But, so clearly, with that logic that he stated, don't give anyone pools. So therefore, no one's going to drown. Make it a public space. Wait, hold on. So that means make a public space for shootings. Hold on. Wait. So what I was going to say is only everyone has a public space for going swimming, or it's in lakes. So it's all public. So with that logic, then that means there'll have to be public spaces for shooting people. Or to be able to use guns. I mean, I guess to properly use them, I guess shooting ranges, maybe? But then why would you want to go to a what's the point of a shooting range if... I think I'm just starting to confuse myself. Let's see what Oliver has to say.
Right.
Right.
Right. That's my point. Philip might think that living in a society with dramatically reduced gun violence is a whoop-de-doo, and people in Australia couldn't agree with him more.
Whoop-de-doo!
What we doing, mate?
Whoop-de-doo!
Whoop-de-doo, for whatever that means.
John Oliver, we'll be right back.
Whoop-de-doo. For one, I hate the fact that this dude's name was Philip as well. You're not allowed to have my name. I know you were born before me, but dude, you're not allowed to have my name with your dumbass logic. My logic ain't that great as well, but like, I'm for people to stay alive. You know? And the fact that people fight harder for unborn babies than they do for people staying alive because of gun violence is fucking ridiculous. Once the child's unborn, we give a shit, but now that they're born, who gives a fuck? Oh, they went to school and they died? Oh, I will publicly say that that's a tragedy. But we'll continue to say that you have to have that kid that will then get killed in schools. We got to make sure we continue to put our kids in schools so that they can get shot at. Got to continue to have babies so that we can have them get shot at when they're in school. The fuck kind of messed up logic is that, people? Anyways, it's a very dark issue, and I'm glad that they made a little bit of a joke about it, but I mean, seriously, it's ridiculous. Thank you guys so much for watching. If there's anything else that I can react to, let me know in the comment section below. Stay safe out there, especially if you're here in the U.S. Who knows what the fuck's about to happen anytime soon. And if you're outside the U.S., stay safe. Hopefully health is going good and everything. And hopefully I can see you guys next time. Thank you guys, and I'll see you around.